Okay, I'm addicted again. I'm playing yet another game today. I'm sure this is just a passing phase, and I'll slow down on the 5-minute games and have more serious games soon. But it's quite a while since I've been on this 5-minute auto pairing. I'm usually on the 1-minute auto pairing, and this is I think more to do with calculation than intuition, than 1-minute chess, at least. Oh no, not another exchange French. You cannot be serious. This is just not on to play like this, and to play it aggressively. So this g6 is hopefully going to cause some annoyance. I'll sack b7, I think. If he wants to take it, I'll just play knight d7. Okay, maybe this is tricky. Knight f6 here. Do I have a chance to play bishop g7? I'm going to get slaughtered. Okay. Rook b8 now, maybe. Rook b8. Okay, I think bishop g7 actually. Bishop g7. I'm going to get a semi-open f file, hopefully, if I can castle. So I'm hoping my opponent's playing this too materialistically, especially for an exchange French to be so aggressive. I'll sack this pawn as well. Okay, now knight g4. Trying to provoke a weakness. In fact, bishop d4 is potentially weak, so maybe rook. Maybe bishop takes d4 is handy, or here rook b6 to protect e6 to threaten bishop takes d4. Queen h4 and knight takes f2 is tempting, because then if queen takes d7, maybe knight h3 check, and bishop takes d4 check. That's tempting to play queen h4 then, h3, knight takes f2, queen takes d7, knight h3 check. I don't know, do I need to leave this knight in pre though? Can I just first play rook f7, or even e5? Oh, leaving this knight in pre, is it necessary? I'll just play a bit more safe with rook f7. Okay, now I think the knight can get back to f5. There's still a little bit of pressure on the position here. Maybe actually queen b8 is an idea to play well, bishop d4 is on. He's playing very, very quickly actually, so he's got a significant time advantage. But is he a blunderer? Is he playing too quickly and too stereotypically? So knight f5 attacking that d4. I think black's got an active position here, got a good counterplay. So what am I actually threatening now? I'm not really sure what I'm threatening. I'll take with this g pawn, I think. Maybe I can use the g file, that would be something. If I took with the other pawn and knight d5, right, so bishop f6 and rook g7, just trying to, if I get the rooks doubled on the g file, that would be good fun. Am I going to be given much of a chance to do that plan? Rook's going to have to defend with rook a8 soon, that dangerous pawn. Or is there knight b6 to try and defend? Okay. Now bishop takes d4 is possible here, attacking knight on c3. So that's useful actually, because now, well, there's queen f6 as well to add more pressure if needed. So this rook's used to be defending d7. So can I get in Queen f6, then maybe Queen g6, and if g3, Queen takes g3 because of that pin on the f2 pawn. So Queen f6 is a nice little move, Bishop b2. So then that will give me a tempo for Queen g6, unless maybe, I don't know, Queen h4 immediately, threatening Queen takes h3. Seems a bit tricky for white, that position, because then maybe King h8, and then there's a threat of Rook takes g2 check, just ripping apart the king position, because there's not much around the white king here in terms of defence. Do I want to leave that bishop there, or just take that rook? Why can't I just take that rook? Oh, because Queen takes. So maybe it's nicer just to leave the bishop for a moment on this diagonal, but then bishop e3. If I win the exchange, then rook takes b4. But then the dark square weaknesses. I don't know, but otherwise b5. Decisions. But mind you, Queen a8 and d4 will be tempting. So I think I'm going to try and get rid of these pawns and just play Queen a8 and d4. Maybe there's rook over here and then queen over there. And so rook h4 threatens rook takes h3. Fairly crude stuff, but my queen could maybe blockade for a moment. Okay, knight f6 or queen. I don't know. Knight f6 maybe is useful. Well, I can still do that. Okay, to get the knight to e4, that should be handy. My rook's usefully eyeing a7. But he has got bishop c3, but then maybe d4 and queen d5, getting an attack. Also threatening knight g4 here, potentially. So knight g4 and queen d6 if king g1. Actually knight g4, king g1, rook takes h3, because then there's a threat of rook h1, and that seems interesting. So to play rook h3 here seems as though I'm tempted. So the idea is knight e3, and if king h2, then rook g2 and queen h4. If a7, then rook h1 and king h1, queen h4. So this seems to be a dangerous attack. So I don't think the pawn's got enough time to queen. It's just, it says LOL, he's just laughed out loud. Let's have a look at that game. That was quite neat. Little finish, I thought. So exchange French and offering up b7 pawn. The f-file seems a bit useful, as well as the absence of a knight on f3 seemed very useful in this game. But white has potential passed pawns which are winning on the other side of the board. It's going to be a little bit careful. Dared to sack the exchange, but I took the exchange because I think, you know, maybe there's blockade opportunity with queen a8, and now there's an attacking opportunity. So knight g4, rook h3. It's very fast. I don't think white can afford to take, because knight e3 and queen h4, it looks very dangerous. So he fell for that one. Rook h1 check. So it all goes with check very, very efficiently. I hope you enjoyed that one. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.